Okay, Guruve Gaurachandra Radhikaya Tadade Krishna Krishna Bhaktaya Tada Bhaktaya Namo Namaha Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaura Vaishnava Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare Hare. So first of all, I offer pranams. Come on. First of all, I offer pranams to our Gurudev, Om Vishnupad Sri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Gosai Maharaj. Am I still there?
Yes, we're here. Can see you.
Okay. All devotees, thank you for coming. Madhurika, everyone else can hear me or just you?
I can hear you as well, brother.
Yes, Maharaj.
I can hear you.
Okay, so we are now in the holy place called Navadvip. This is on the bank of the Ganga in West Bengal. The place of 9 islands. So 526 years Supreme Lord ago, Supreme Lord Chaitanya appeared in this very place, like 200 meters down the road. So we're very fortunate, no? So he is Krishna himself. So Krishna appeared in his original blackish form 5,200 years ago. And because Krishna is the spiritual master of the 3 worlds, then he spoke his instructions on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. 750 verses, 18 chapters, that is Bhagavad Gita. But Krishna gave many instructions, but he not showed exactly how to practically apply those instructions. So 526 years ago, he came again, this time in his golden form, as devotee. And he gave practical example how to apply all these instructions of Bhagavad Gita in our life. So today we're speaking 5th chapter, verse 29. So this verse is very famous. Actually, Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj used to call it the peace formula. There it is. Bhaktaram yagyatapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suradam sarvabhutanam gyatva mam shantim richata. So Krishna gives 4 things we should accept if we want real peace. Bhaktaram yagyatapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suradam sarvabhutam gyatva mam shantim richata. He who knows me to be the enjoyer of all sacrifices and austerities, the supreme controller of all planets, the friend of all living entities. That person achieves free liberation from material existence and achieves peace. Okay, Dahlia, ready? Okay. So Bhaktaram. Bhaktaram means the supreme enjoyer. So Krishna is the supreme enjoyer. Means everything is created for him, by him. Everything he has created for his own pleasure, his own enjoyment. So even though he has a spiritual body, he has no hunger, no thirst, no sleep. Krishna always exists in the Turiya Avastha. Beyond, we have 3 states of consciousness: wakeful, dreaming, and deep sleep. We're always moving from one state of consciousness to the other, sometimes awake, sometimes sleeping, and sometimes deep sleep, no consciousness. But Krishna is always Turiya Avastha. Always he's beyond that. He is not affected by these 3 states of consciousness. So Krishna has a spiritual body, and therefore he has, not like us, mundane hunger, mundane thirst, sleep, tiredness, disease, birth, death, old age, anxiety, fear, lust, lamentation, anger, illusion, attachment and aversion. All these 18 defects that we have as human beings, these 18 defects are not in Krishna. So he is called the supreme enjoyer. Everything is his creation. Actually, everything is manifested from his potencies, his energy. Okay, Dahlia? Krishna has three main potencies. The material energy called Maya, by which he manufactures millions and millions and billions of universes. Who can count the unlimited universes? We are just inside one little ball-shaped universe, thinking, I know everything, I'm very important, I'm very knowledgeable, I'm very good-looking and wealthy. But this is one foolishness. No? The soul is 1/10,000th the size, the tip of a hair. So minute, so small. And this one universe, this is like billions of universes, like bubbles appearing in the ocean. Appear for some time, then dissolved. So all these unlimited material creations, this comes just from one of Krishna's energies called Maya Shakti. The spiritual world, of which there is not any real knowledge of. People are studying in geography. People know, they study England, they study Germany, they study Africa, they study India. They study the oceans. They're trying to attain knowledge of this material world. But they have no knowledge of the spiritual world. No? So the spiritual world, that is unlimited and all-pervading, separate from the material creation. That material world with its unlimited varieties, that is manifested by Krishna's spiritual potency, called the Antaranga Shakti. But unfortunately, we go to many universities, they have no knowledge of this. People are just in shrunken material consciousness. They know something of this world. But the spiritual world, they have no knowledge of that. Dahlia, have you heard of the spiritual world? Kingdom of God? What's happening there? What's going on there? So this is all created by Krishna's spiritual potencies. And Krishna has unlimited energies, unlimited potencies. But the third is called the Jiva Shakti, the Tatastha, that is the individual soul. Because the soul can live in the material world and the spiritual world. It's called marginal. It can go here, it can go there. So in the spiritual world, Krishna is served by countless, unlimited, eternally liberated souls. He has unlimited wives, unlimited friends, unlimited uncles, aunties, grandparents, servants, mothers and fathers. No one can count. Because he's God, his power to enjoy is unlimited. Therefore, he can take service from limited individual souls. And still never enough. Always more. He can take. Even though he has no material desire. He has no desire, but he enjoys this service. Then question may come, if he has no desire, then why is he enjoying so much? Because devotees want to serve him. Unless he accepts that service, they will feel sad. They will feel unhappy. So even though Krishna has no desire and the devotee has no other desire to serve Krishna, Krishna accepts their service because he's very kind, very merciful. Imagine, Dahlia, you gave your father something for Christmas. What did you give him last Christmas? A pair of socks, a new tie, right? When the child gives something to the parent doesn't need new socks, new tie. He has unlimited things. But when the child gives something out of affection, then the father accepts, and then the child becomes happy. Parent does not become too much happy. So today's class, we're talking about this Krishna's potency to enjoy unlimited. Now Simeon is thinking, well, what about me? Where's my John? Why is everything for him? I want my share. But Simeon, your share is zero, nothing. Your share, your department is the department of service. Right? Because all souls are Krishna's servants. Kermani, Kenamani, Savatara Das, Janamani, Tada Hoise, Papinas. All souls are his servants. All souls have the same nature. There is no such thing as Christian souls, Muslim souls, Buddhist souls, atheistic souls. No. All souls have the same eternal religion, the same eternal dharma, the same eternal nature, which is to serve Krishna. So as Krishna has unlimited potency, unlimited ability to accept and enjoy service, the individual souls, when qualified, have unlimited capacity to render service, to give happiness to Krishna. Unlimited. So the souls that agree to this idea of service to Krishna, they stay with him. They always live with him in the spiritual world. But because Krishna has given each soul some free will, some independence, which is very small. Like Dale, you don't have to be in the class today. Why you can? No one's paying you, right? You have many other things to do, but we have some free will. So when the soul uses their free will and agrees to Krishna's service, then the soul can taste unlimited bliss, unlimited happiness. Because like a fish in water, the soul is now in its own eternal nature. Even though when we hear about service, we feel discomfort or, oh my God, that sounds terrible. But the souls in that flow of nectar, they feel so much bliss, so much satisfaction. But because Krishna has given the souls free will, some souls may choose not to agree to that program. Why should all enjoyment be for him? What about me? I will enjoy separately from Krishna. So by misuse of the soul's tiny independence, I will serve, I will not serve. Then the souls that misuse their choice, their free will, and choose to rebel against Krishna, to neglect his service, and to seek their own separate pleasure, those souls come to the material world. And then the soul wants to enjoy, but how the soul can enjoy matter? It's impossible, because the soul is spiritual, transcendental. And the material world is material. How can you enjoy it? Therefore, Krishna's potency of ignorance, Maya, we talked about it already. The material energy. The material potency has two. One in regards to the creation, one in regards to the soul. So the souls that choose aversion to Krishna, immediately their spiritual nature is covered. Because unless their spiritual nature is covered, they cannot enjoy this world. So Krishna makes the impossible possible. The eternal soul, which has no birth and death, which has no material form. Ishvara Angsa Jiva Abanasi Chetan Amala Sahasukarasi, which is like a part of Krishna, an Angs, part and parcel, one expansion of Krishna. So there's no question of the soul being separate from Krishna, like there's no question of a spark being separate from the fire. But if that soul chooses to be separate, then what Krishna will do? He is very kind, he fulfills their desire. You want to forget me? You want to be separate from me? You want to be the enjoyer instead of accepting your position as a servant? Then Krishna allows the ignorance or the Maya Shakti, composed of goodness, passion, and ignorance, to cover the soul's eternal identity. Then you forget Krishna. So Krishna Bayadmukha Hoi Bhogabanchakari Nikatasti Mayatiya Japati Adari. One devotee, Jagadananda, very beautifully he described all these things in very simple poetry. Krishna Buli Se Jivanadi. As soon as the soul chooses to forget Krishna, Krishna Bahidamukh means to turn away from Krishna. Soon as the soul chooses that, Bhogabanchakari, then the desire comes to enjoy matter, to enjoy this world. But how can the soul enjoy matter? The soul is superior to matter. The soul is consciousness and matter is unconscious. So it's one type of impossible thing. So to make the impossible possible, the soul is covered by ignorance, accepts a gross and a subtle body. Mind, intelligence, false ego, and chitta, the four ingredients of the subtle body. Mind we call, chitta we call material consciousness. No, this is called the grant, the knot in the heart by which the soul now identifies with matter. No, like you cover something with, what's that stuff you put on food when it goes in the fridge? What do you call it? Clear wrap. Maybe like clear wrap.
Clayton.
You put clear wrap, everything you can see inside the bowl, but it's covered. So this is the first covering, material covering of the soul. It's called chitta. Now the soul is covered, now the soul identifies with the covering. So that is called ahankara, false ego. Then false ego, how the soul can now, which now identifies with the material body, which now thinks I am made of matter, I will enjoy matter. How to enjoy matter? You need an intelligence. What is good and what is favorable for my enjoyment? What is unfavorable? Intelligence. Then how the soul will contact matter? Through the mind. Mind is also a covering of the soul. And that subtle body is one covering, and now the gross body, which is constantly changing. Earth, water, fire, air, ether. These are the five ingredients of the material body. Panch Mahabhut. The five senses, seeing, smelling, tasting, hearing, touching. Jnanindriya, 10. By which the soul, bewildered by illusion, now contacts matter through the senses, enjoys form, through the ears, tries to enjoy sound, through the tongue, rasa or taste, through the nose, it tries to enjoy aroma, fragrances, and through the sense of touch. No? So the five, then how to act, you need the senses of action, speech, arms and legs, digestion, anus, rectum, and genital. 24 ingredients covering the soul. No? Imagine like an onion. You know an onion, Dahlia? You peel off the layers of the onion. We are now covered by these 24 layers of material existence. And bewildered, we think, I'm enjoying. I'm Dahlia. I live in Portugal. I'm very happy. This is my husband, this is my children, this is my bank account, this is my this and that. I identify as this and that. I am Chinese, I am American, I am man, I am woman, I am rich, I am poor, I am happy, I am sad. Well, the soul now forgets its original spiritual identity, now is identifying with this world. So this is called the disease of material existence, the Bhav Saga, the ocean of material existence. Completely forgetting your eternal relation with Krishna, now the soul has made a relationship with matter. I'm American. This guy is my enemy. I will bomb him. Right? And then because all the souls now have this fever of enjoying matter, enjoying this body, then all souls come in competition with everyone else, right? You are full of lust, full of desire. And everyone, your mother, father, brother, sister, friends, relatives, enemies, everyone also have the same desire. That's why in this world, because of lust, we call calm lust, all souls in enmity with each other. Envy. No? When someone is favorable for your own pleasure, that's called friendship. When someone becomes against your enjoyment, they become enemy. Constantly changing. Because you've now accepted the material body as the platform of happiness, now doing everything for this body. Eating, drinking, sleeping, bathing, working to get some money for cloth and sleep. In this way, the soul becomes like an animal, eating, sleeping, sex life, and fighting means enmity, animosity between others who also want their share of your pie. Then to get some enjoyment, people do sinful activities, in meat eating, intoxication, trying to enjoy other men's wives or trying to enjoy other men's husbands and children or property or wealth. So for happiness, they're doing many bad activities. As a result, when they give up this human form of life, they're degraded into the animal species. That is karma. They go to the animal species, the plant species, the four-legged species, insects, microbe, bacteria, 8,400,000 species of life, different bodies changing from one to another. And some people, to get happiness, they're doing good activities, so-called good activities, feeding the poor, different types of charity. But that is also completely forgetful of the soul's relation with Krishna. So as sinful activities give temporary result of suffering, so-called good activities devoid of relation with Krishna give temporary good results, wealth, beauty, birth in a high family, some opulent position, some respect, elevation to the celestial planets temporarily. It's going up, sometimes going down. Sometimes a demigod in the celestial planets, sometimes a demon in the lower planets, sometimes human being, sometimes king, sometimes slave, sometimes man, sometimes woman. So all this material existence has one cause, thinking I'm the enjoyer. This body is mine, this world is for my pleasure. Kia, how you see this world? As something for you to enjoy?
No. No. It's for the enjoyment of Krishna. But I suppose we do get lost in the external sometimes, and it's just coming back to that.
We've been lost in the externals for millions of lifetimes.
Yeah.
But when people hear this, they run away. That's why no one ever comes back to my classes. New people come every week, but they never come back. What? What's this guy saying? I am not the enjoyer. This world is not for me. This is rubbish. Nothing here for me, they think. Nothing here for my pleasure. So again, they go back to that thing. So here is 4 things. Bhaktara. No, this is called the peace recipe. The peace formula. So who is the enjoyer? Someone who can agree, no. Krishna is the enjoyer. All foodstuffs, all sound, all form, all fragrance, touch, things that can be touched. Even the activities of the mind, this should all be performed for Krishna's satisfaction, Krishna's pleasure. Simeon, sounds impossible, right?
No.
Huh?
No, it doesn't sound impossible.
Okay, so admit Krishna's the enjoyer. No more enjoyment for me. I'm just a servant.
I was just going to say, or maybe it's not the time to say, but like you asked if you enjoy the world, but if you see Krishna, as it were, in everything that's everywhere,
Then you couldn't enjoy it anymore because it's his.
But
Sorry.
well, I disagree.
That's why you're in the cycle of birth and death, Sunil.
Yeah, that's okay.
Disagree. So anyway, this is a very high thing, no? But still, who can admit it, no? There's a nice verse. It's, no? Oi Krishna, Amitua Nityadas, Tumana Charanachari, Hoilo Sarvanas. Oh Krishna, I am your eternal servant. But forgetting you, I have fallen again in this ocean of birth and death. Ayananda Tanuja Kinkaram, Patitam Mama Sabibabambado, Kripaya Nidapada Pankita Stiti Duli Visaya Vachinti. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spoke these 8 verses. This is the 5th verse. In a very sweet way, he addresses Krishna. O Nanda Tanuja Kinkara. Krishna has his family, his eternal mother and father. Like I know Simeon, but I don't know Simeon's mother and father. Right? So someone who knows your mother and father must be a little more close to them, to you than me, right? Because I don't. So if someone addresses Krishna, oh, I know you, Krishna. You are the son of Nanda. That's Krishna's father, Nanda Maharaj, Nanda Baba. So when someone addresses Krishna in relationship to his devotees, then Krishna very, very quickly takes interest in that person. Who is that person who knows my mother and father? So, like here, maybe in school you had a nickname, right? Nicknames change, thank God. But not everyone knows those names, right? They're very intimate names. So, ordinary God, the Great One, the Controller, these are ordinary names of God. But these special names like Krishna, Sham Sundar, Madan Mohan, but especially Nanda Nandan, Yasoda Nandan, there's so much intimacy is there. These catch Krishna's attention. Because you're addressing Krishna's, thank you, Secretary Madhurika. So, oh, Krishna, oh, Nanda Tanuja, Kinkara, this is a very beautiful, I'm your Kinkara. Sanskrit is quite sweet. No, Kinkara means, I'm ready to do anything. King Kuromi. How can I serve you? What can I do for you? Well, when someone comes, well, knock, knock, how can I help you? Do we really mean it? Of course not. With this mood, I'm ready to do anything for Krishna. King Kuromi means, Krishna, what can I do for you? So that person who has this feeling of constant service, that is called Kinka. Kinkar is for male and Kinkari is for ladies. So Krishna, I am your eternal Kinka. I am your eternal servant. Ayananda Tanuja Kinkaram. But somehow I left you. And I fell in this ocean of birth and death. I suffered greatly. It's like a piece of dust may fall off the feet and go in some bad place. So the soul has eternal relationship with Krishna's lotus feet. Devotees always praise Krishna's feet first. No? Because the feet of Krishna carry the rest of Krishna. So the feet of Krishna are carrying all his beauty, all his kindness, all his compassion, all his cleverness, all his expertise, all his humility, all these 64 qualities of Krishna are all carried by his feet. So Krishna's feet have great power. No? So devotees always meditate on Krishna's feet. This is the lowest part of Krishna. Just like water always flows down, so Krishna's mercy always goes down. So who always thinks of Krishna's feet, who glorifies Krishna's feet, that person very quickly gets Krishna's mercy. So Lord Chaitanya said, somehow I became separated from. And I fell in this ocean of birth and death, ignorance. But now, by hearing, I can understand, who am I? I am not this body. I am not this mind. I am not this temporary material identification. Man, woman, American, Iranian, anything like that. Actually, I am soul. And soul also has eternal relationship with God, with Krishna. I forgot that, therefore I am suffering. So Krishna, be very kind. Please, again, pick me up. And again, put me on your lotus feet. Actually, he uses a very sweet word, stiti duli visai. A piece of dust may go on someone's feet, but it may get washed off. It's like a temporary dust. But Lord Chaitanya, he prays to Krishna, make me stiti duli, make me a fixed speck of dust on your feet, that I not leave you again. My mind always remember you. Anyway, so we can talk a lot about this, but so who can find peace? That person who accepts Krishna as the enjoyer. All my activities should be done for his pleasure. Even material activities like eating, sleeping, moving here and there, this also should always be done in a consciousness of I am serving Krishna. Why I'm eating? I'm eating Krishna's prasad, food offered to Krishna. Why I'm eating? So I get strength, I can serve him more. Why sleeping? We should not sleep for our own pleasure. If I sleep, then I can get more energy for serving Krishna. Even sex life, I'm procreating to make more servants of Krishna. Imagine that. Even sex life can be used with a mood of service to Krishna. Defending, if people abuse Krishna, Gurudev, the devotees, I will fight, I will protect them. So even these four basic qualities of material existence, sleeping, eating, sleeping, sex life, and fighting with others. Even these four can be used in Krishna's service. Right? Kia, your body belongs to who?
Can you answer that for me?
Huh?
Can you answer this one?
We should think this body is not for my pleasure.
Yeah, that's
This body is for Krishna's service.
yes.
My mind is mostly nonsense and rascal, but still mind should be educated. I should only think of things which give pleasure to Krishna, which are favorable for his service. So anyway, this is the first one, Bhaktadam. Bhaktadam means who accepts Krishna as the enjoyer. We are hearing, but by practice that hearing will give us some actual realization. So even though our mood of service to Krishna may not be perfect now, by practice it will achieve maturity. Like the mango just has to stay on the tree, then it gets ripe. So we just have to stay in the process, then we'll achieve full realization of all these things. So Bhaktanam. Yagya. Yagya means, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna talks about this in 3rd chapter. Yagya means, in English, we just say sacrifice. Sacrifice. Yagya. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna talks about it. All religions are doing some type of sacrifice, right? You have to go early in the morning to the mass. You have to stand up. You have to kneel down on the hard boards. You have to stay awake. In Lent, they fast for 40 days. Midnight mass. So these all religions have some austerity, yagya. Islam, they have to do salat, five limbs of Islam, give some charity, pray 5 times a day. Visit Mecca at least once in your life if you can. Anyway, there's 5 there. There's also some austerity, 5 times a day praying on time and giving charity. Giving money is like giving blood, very hard to do. Giving charity is not too much enjoyable experience mostly, but still. Buddhism also have their meditation and all these different types of things and not eating certain restricted foodstuffs. All religion have some austerity. Even people doing animal sacrifice, right? Goats are expensive. You have to give money to sacrifice. So all religions have some sacrifice. But Bhaktaram Yagya Tapasam. Yagya means we should understand Krishna is actually the enjoyer of all austerities, all sacrifice. So if we're doing some sacrifice, we should also think this is for Krishna's pleasure. You know, there's a story in the Bible. Jesus was there in the temple, and one very wealthy man, he came and gave some massive donation. But he was looking around, everyone see how much I'm giving. And the greedy priests were glorifying him. So Jesus said he has already had his reward. Means this world, some name and fame, something. Then one old lady came and gave one copper coin, very small coin. And then Jesus said, oh, she has given more than the wealthy man. Because she's doing it really for satisfaction of the Lord. So, in what type of sacrifice, what type of yagya, what type of austerity is best in this age of Kali Yuga? No? Because people do not understand this, they're doing many, many things, many, many austerities, many, many sacrifices, but they cannot get the result because they're undertaking the wrong process. So especially in this age of Kali Yuga, this present age here, people have short lifespans. We cannot remember anything. People have no honesty, no purity, no compassion, no control of the mind or senses. People have no wealth, no kindness, nothing. People live 60, 70, 80 years, but most of that is they lose by sleep, intoxication, meat eating, prostitution, gambling. So in this age, scriptures say, cannot do many, many things in this age. But one thing everyone can do, that is chant the names of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Everyone can do. You don't need beauty. You don't need wealth. You don't need high education, high birth. All you need is a tongue. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna, Radhe Radhe, Jai Nitai, Jai Go. So everyone can do. No? Indeed, Lord Chaitanya said, Nam bina kali kali ad nahi ada dharma sarva nam sarva mantra isha manama. Lord Chaitanya taught us. In this age of Kali, there is no other sacrifice, no other yagya, no other austerity will give results as fast as the chanting of the names of Krishna. So Nam bina kali kali ada. There is no religious process except for the chanting of the names in this age. Then someone may say, why Mahamantra? Why Hare Krishna? Many names of God are there. Then Lord Chaitanya knew people would argue, so he said, Sarva Nam, Sarva Mantra, Shastraman. All of the names of God are contained within the Mahamantra, Sarva Nam. And there are so many Vedic mantras. All other names and all other mantras are contained in the Mahamantra. So one is not devoid of the result, of any result, if he just sticks to the chanting of the names of Krishna. Like Scripture says, you can give this charity, you can do this austerity, you can give this donation. So one may think, if I just chant the names of Krishna, will I miss out on the result of all these other processes? No. No. You will not miss out because everything is contained within them. So Bhaktaram, one who accepts Krishna as the enjoyer, there we go. My God, Madhurika, so good. Can you read it out for us all?
Yes. In this age of Kali, there is no religious principle other than the chanting of the holy name, which is the essence of all Vedic hymns. This is the purport of all the scriptures.
Read it again. I was a little spacing out.
Oh. In this age of Kali, there is no religious principle other than the chanting of the holy name, which is the essence of all Vedic hymns. This is the purport of all scriptures.
Okay, same thing, same. All names and all mantras are contained in there. No? We can tell a little story of Lord Chaitanya. He spent 24 years of his life, of his pastimes here in this where I am now, Navadvip, Mayapur. 24 years he stayed here. 6 years, then he took sannyas. He spent 6 years traveling everywhere, all over India. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Anyone who saw his beauty became fully mad, intoxicated. And when they heard the holy names, everyone began also chanting like him. They forgot parents, children, they left everything. So when Lord Chaitanya came to here near Bengal, at that time Muslim king was in charge here, Hussain Shah his name was. Even though Lord Chaitanya was God, he could easily kill the king or do anything very easily. He not, because he taught devotees should not be too much involved in changing governments, this guy, that guy, not our business. No? Because this world is temporary. Now Donald Trump's in charge. How long he'll be in charge for? Before him was another rascal. Before him was another rascal. After him will come another rascal. So these are all temporary. Nothing to become too much worried about. So Lord Chaitanya never involved in all these things. He taught us. So he came to Ram Kelly, one village nearby here. Millions of people were following, millions and millions of people following. So the king, who was Muslim, he asked his ministers, what's going on? Who is this guy? Why everyone's following? He sent some spies. The king has sent some spies to check. Is he engaging in, maybe he's engaging in anti-Muslim propaganda or, So when the spies came back, the king asked them what happened. And the spies just said, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. They would not speak any other thing. Then the king became amazed. What's going on? So the king had one minister, chief minister. His name was Sakir Malik, Dabir Khas. Afterwards he became known as Rupa and his brother Sanat. So he asked one person, Keshav, who is this guy? Why everyone's following him? So Keshav said, no need to worry about him. He's just like some monk. Don't give him any importance. He will just leave in a few days. But the king was not satisfied by his answer. So he asked Rupa Goswami. And Rupa Goswami was very honest. He said, King, by the mercy of that supreme person, you now have this kingdom. You have so much power. You have so much respect, so much wealth. It is all by the mercy of that Supreme Lord. And you have too much good fortune because now that Supreme Lord has personally come to the Earth planet and is moving through your forest. Then Rupa Goswami said, but you know everything. I have nothing to instruct you. You're an intelligent man. You can understand yourself. Then the king was getting all these reports he had also seen. Then the king said, listen, this person, Chaitanya, he has millions of followers. He's not feeding them. He's not giving them cloth. He's not giving them accommodation. He's not paying them any monthly salary. But why all these millions of people have given up everything and are just following behind him, fully intoxicated by the names of Krishna? Then they said, only God has that power to attract people like that. No? Anyone like Donald Trump, no matter how powerful he is, he stopped paying the wages of all these government and soldiers. They would all leave him in 2-3 months. Everyone's so-called loyalty or friendship is all based on some material condition. We like some man or woman because they're beautiful or wealthy. But the moment they lose their beauty or their wealth, we leave them. So anyway, so the king, he could understand, yes, what you're saying is true. Only God has this power of attraction. So I accept your words. So the Lord Chaitanya, 6 years he traveled all around India. So he came to one city called Varanasi. Varanasi is mostly 90% of people there are called Advaitavadis. Advaitavadis believe when the soul achieves liberation, the soul becomes one with God. Do you think that, Kia? Kia, slap yourself in the face. Bad answer. Okay, don't slap yourself. Wrong answer, Kia. If the soul becomes one with God, how can you serve him? How can you love him? You cannot. That's destroyed. Love means two, right? The idea of merging with God destroys the feeling, Krishna is my beloved. It's destroyed. I love Krishna. Krishna loves me. Love means two. In Sanskrit, say there's always an ashraya and a vishaya. A lover and a beloved, always there. But many people, because of aversion to Krishna, we were talking about aversion to Krishna, turning away from Krishna. This idea, I will become Krishna, I will merge with Krishna. This is also one type of aversion to Krishna. I will not serve him, I will become him. What could be more terrible than that thought? So, kid, don't think like that again. Promise? Even Krishna offers a devotee, you can become one with me. Devotee never accepts it. Never accepts. Param deva moksham na moksha vadimva nachanyam brineham barishadapya. Krishna can give anything. And if Krishna may say, Kia, become one with me, what should you say? I never accept that. I just want your service, I have no other desire. So Lord Chaitanya, everywhere he went, because he's God, Krishna's body is made of pure knowledge. So who can defeat him in argument? No one. So Lord Chaitanya came to Varanasi. Many people were criticizing him. What's he doing? Just Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Tears would flow from his eyes like rivers. All the hairs of his body would stand on end. He would become stunned. Sometimes he would laugh like a mad person. Sometimes he would weep. Sometimes these all feelings of love of Krishna. Like nectar and poison. Anyway, we can't go into that too much. Who can understand? Love of Krishna. Like the sweetest nectar, but so much burning. When you cannot get Krishna, how much you burn. But that burning is also one nectar. So, many people not understood what's he doing. Sannyasi, monk, means who does meditation, who keeps silence, but who reads the scriptures. But this sannyasi is not doing any of that. He's just mixing with all type of persons and chanting 24 hours a day, singing, weeping, laughing, rolling on the ground. Always crying. Kwananda Kula Chandrama, Kwa Krishna Sikipuchi Kalankati, Pa Munda Murali Lava, Ka Rasa Rasa Tandavi. Always weeping. Where is Krishna? I could not get Krishna. Where is Krishna who is like a blue sapphire? Where is Krishna who wears the peacock feather on his head? Where is that Krishna who plays the flute on the fifth note? Where is that Krishna, the most expert dancer of the Ras Leela? Where is Krishna, the moon of Gokul, the moon of Vrindavan? Where is Krishna, the jewel of the dynasty of Nanda, like this? Oh, Saki, not seeing Krishna, my heart is breaking to thousands of pieces. Lord Chaitanya always in this mood. Where is Krishna? I could not get Krishna. So many people were criticizing. He's not behaving properly. You are God. Why look for God outside yourself? Many nonsense this. So Lord Chaitanya always avoided these people. But anyway, it's a big story, but they invited Lord Chaitanya for one religious assembly. And they're all the sannyasis. They all think, I am God, I am Narayan, I am Brahmas, I am knowledge. I am Jagat Guru. They have so much pride because they think I am Krishna. Kia, are you Krishna? Soul is always servant of Krishna. But they think I become Krishna, I am God, this, that. They have so much pride. But when Lord Chaitanya came, he not sat in the big seat. He went where everyone washed their feet and he sat there. Imagine. Such an example. So the leader of the Mayavadis, his name was Prakashananda. Aisa Shripad. He called, oh, great person, great soul. Come here, come here. Kimona Vishak. Why you are depressed? Why you are sitting in this bad place? Please come with us. So Lord Chaitanya at that time, from his body, he showed some effulgence, some light, and all become astonished. So they had some respect. They called Lord Chaitanya, you belong, you're also a monk like us. We know you're learning. Lord Chaitanya is so much famous. No one ever defeated him in argument. So learned, so expert explanations. He would always give wonderful explanations. So we can understand you are not studying scripture. You're not doing any silent meditation. But day and night you are just chanting these names of Krishna. We cannot understand your behavior. Then Lord Chaitanya, he very beautifully described the glories of the name of Krishna. You listen how he did it. So Lord Chaitanya said, why I chant these names of Krishna? Why? When I met my guru, Ishwapuri, he gave me this 16-syllable Mahamantra, 32-syllable Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. 32. 16 word, 32 syllable. And his guru said to him, Murka tumi nahika Vedanta adhika. Tumi Krishna naam japa ei mantra sat. Lord Chaitanya's guru said to him, you are very foolish. You cannot study scripture. You should just chant these names of Krishna, which are the essence of all scripture. Right here, like you have a mango tree, what's the essence of the mango tree? The mango. One who's eating the mango, no need to eat the tree, right? Because he's got the mango. So all the scriptures are like a tree, but the fruit of the tree is the name of Krishna. So don't bother reading scriptures, you just chant this name. No? Krishna naam, Krishna mantra hoite hobe samsar mochan, Krishna naam hoite hobe si Krishna rachana. The Vedic mantras give liberation. But after liberation, what does the soul do? The soul serves Krishna. No? So who chants the name of Krishna directly serves Krishna. So one who's chanting the name of Krishna, they have no need for the Vedic mantras even, because they're chanting the names of Krishna. Then his guru taught him one verse. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama eva kevalam. Kalona steva, kalona steva, kalona steva katiranyata. Here, you can learn this verse. Have you learned one verse of Hare? Have you ever learned a verse? Today is your verse. Madhurika will now put it on mind for us all. Lord Chaitanya said, always keep this verse in your throat. Means always remember this verse. There we go. Can you read the translation for us?
Yes. In this age of quarrel and hypocrisy, the only means of deliverance is the chanting of the holy names of the Lord. There is no other way, there is no other way, there is no other way. 3
times. Like someone's stupid, what do you say to them? Don't do it, don't do it. I told you not to do it. So when scripture says something 3 times, it means, right? There's no other way, no other way, no other way, except chant the name of Krishna, chant the name of Krishna, chant the name of Krishna. This is from the Kali Santan Upanishad, famous verse. I think these are the first verse I learned also. When I heard this, that was the first verse I learned. So I began chanting these names of Krishna because Gurudev told me. So I began chanting. These names of Krishna, so tasty, so nectarian. And when I chanted the name of Krishna, I saw one black boy, dark complexion like a rain cloud. His cloth was like a lightning. His teeth were very white, like perfect jasmine flowers. His eyes were very long, like fish, back to his ears. His eyebrows were like the bow of Cupid. His nose was like a sesame flower. His lips were red like cherry or bimba fruit. His hands were like a lotus. His feet were like a his navel was like a lotus. His face was like a lotus. His toenails were like full moons, like this top to bottom nectar. That is Krishna, right? Krishna means all attract. Just now we're talking about the names of Krishnas. Sometimes devotees talk about the form of Krishna. So he saw Krishna. When he chanted these names of Krishna, he saw Krishna. So beautiful. He ran to embrace. Then Krishna disappeared. Then he wept. Can you imagine you went home and imagine you lost your phone or you went home and your bank account was finished. What would you do? Weep. Imagine you lost Krishna. How much you weep. So weeping, rolling on the ground like this. So he said, since that day, I cannot give up the name of Krishna for a second. So much sweetness is there. This name makes me dance. This name makes me roll on the ground. This name makes me shout. This name makes me stunned like this, like a puppet. This name makes me dance, makes me sing. So before Lord Chaitanya was so famous scholar, but all his knowledge finished, evaporated. No more interest. So he went back to his guru. Ki mantra divai gosai, ki mantra bal, japite, japite, hoelo pagal. He went back to his guru. Gurudev, what name you gave me? What is this name? What strength it has. This name has destroyed my pride, my old material identity. We all have so much attachments, but this name destroyed everything very easily. So what is this name? What is this mantra you gave me? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. What is this mantra? This mantra makes me laugh, dance, sing, roll on the ground, shout. I cannot sleep. I cannot give up for one moment. So what is this mantra? This mantra makes me dance. It makes me sing. Then his guru became very happy. Very happy. Krishna Visayaka Prem Pancha Purusata Tar Age Trinatur Chara Parusata. Beautiful. Then Lord Chaitanya's guru said, my son, you have now tasted the fifth goal of life, beyond liberation. That is service, the nectar of Krishna's service. With Krishna as the only object of love. We love dog, we love cat, we love parents, we love everything except Krishna. We forget Krishna. But when this love comes in the heart, that time you'll only remember Krishna, no interest in anything else. This is called prema. So Krishna Visayaka Prem Pancha Purusat. My son, this is the fifth goal of life, the ultimate goal of life. That is love of Krishna. It's like an ocean of nectar. And anything else which the scriptures may glorify, like celestial powers, yogic powers, celestial planets, beautiful women in this material world, the opulence of the demonic planets. These cannot even, whatever happiness they give, cannot even be equal to one drop of the happiness of love of Krishna. And many, many things Lord Chaitanya spoke, his own experience to all these sannyasis, all these persons, they all become stunned. Then they said, okay, we accept Krishna's name, but why are you against scripture? No. Then Lord Chaitanya explained The scriptures also talk about nothing else except the name of Krishna. Especially this Vedanta. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained. Vedanta means the end of knowledge. What is the end of knowledge? Service to Krishna. There's nothing beyond that. Krishna is knowledge. So how can there be anything more than him, separate from him? So they all heard his explanation, they all become stunned. They also began Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So in this Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, one who accepts me as the only enjoyer, whose all sacrifice and austerities is only for Krishna's pleasure, no one else's. What is it? Bhaktaram Yagyatapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram, who understands that Krishna is the only enjoyer, the only controller of the entire creation. Bhaktaram Yagyatapasam, Krishna is the only enjoyer of any austerities or religious process or anything. And very sweetly, Sarvaloka Sarvabhuta Maheshwaram. Now, let me read it. Sudadam Bhaktaram Yagyatapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram Sudadam Sarvabhutanam. Krishna is the only friend of all souls. He is their only well-wisher. Right? That person who understands these things, these four things, that person gets peace. Okay, so today is very nice verse, no? Long time I not spoke all these things. Bhagavad Gita chapter 5, verse 29. Okay, Kia? What are the four things? You have to take your mic off. You have to turn the mic on. Okay, don't worry. Anyway, the four things, Krishna is the only enjoyer. Krishna is the only enjoyer of all sacrifice, of all yagya. Yagya means religious process. Krishna is the only enjoyer. He's the only enjoyer of all austerities, charity. Whatever you do, do for Krishna's pleasure. Even chanting the holy names, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare. The devotee should always think, I am chanting this for Krishna's pleasure. I am chanting for his service, not for any other desire. These days, many people go to kirtan, but they're going just to hear the nice music. The singers are also singing for their own pleasure, happiness. This is not kirtan. This is just like rave music, or it's just another form of material enjoyment. So the main thing, we go to kirtan, we should always chant with those who are also trying to chant for Krishna's pleasure, Krishna's happiness, Krishna's satisfaction. And who understands that Sarvaloka Maheshwaram, these days everyone's fighting over Iran, over the oil. America says it belongs to us. The Iranians say it belongs to us. The fact is, everything belongs to who? Krishna. And Krishna is our dear friend. If Krishna is the only place there's no fear. What Krishna wants from us. Seriously? Why fear Krishna? With so much fear, we hear surrender to Krishna. We feel fear. Why? But Krishna is the only place there's no fear. The only place there's no fear. Why? He don't need anything from us. What we have that he wants? Nothing. So nothing to fear from Krishna. In this world, we may surrender to someone and believe in them, but some fear should be there. They will exploit us, they will cheat us. But Krishna is not like that, because he is our friend. No matter which body the soul goes to, Krishna follows them as the super soul. Like embracing. So close to us. But we have so much nonsense, we have forgotten him. So these four things, one who can practice these four, develop these four attributes, these four qualities, that person can be peaceful and happy in this world. Otherwise not. Are there any questions? Any questions from anyone? Lavanya?
No, there's no question for me, Gurudev.
How was Rasa Raja's wedding?
It was good.
Yeah, it's good as long as you're not the one getting married.
महाराज मेरा क्वेश्चन है
Uh-huh.
भजन और साधना में डिफरेंस क्या होता है
Bhajan or sadhan mein? Bhajan means when there's no bodily identification. When you have no bodily identification, no feeling this body is mine, that is called bhajan. And sadhan is to develop that mood. So bhajan is very high thing. When Didi says do bhajan, actually bhajan means when one reaches the stage of bhav, like the first stage of love of God, that is, who is chanting with that mood, that is called bhajan. And we are practicing to achieve that mood. So sadhana means to practice to achieve the stage of bhajan. Who is this? Haridas.
हाँ जी
A surprised guest. Okay, thank you. I not gave class for a few weeks because we were traveling last week. Before that, we were in this 7-day Bhagavad Saptah. We had no chance for that also. So, yes, maybe next Saturday. I'll be in Australia next week. God help me. And we can do class again. Okay, Kia, any question?
We can't
Hare
hear
Krishna,
you.
no questions. I think it's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
This idea of merging with God, you got to chuck that. Throw it.
Mhm.
This is like poison.
Mm.
Worse than poison. Because you drink poison, you can still take birth again in another body. But one who drinks this poison and merging with Krishna, the soul becomes destroyed. The soul loses its eternal identity, its eternal individual nature. So what could be worse than that? It's the complete opposite of love of Krishna, the complete opposite of devotion.
Mm.
Okay? If you just keep two things are great impediments to devotion. The first is what you just talked about, the idea of merging with God, impersonalism. And the second is gross materialism. Attachment to matter and attachment to merging with Krishna, these are two great enemies of Bhakti Yoga.